another Lego video from Aspie with Attitude. And if you're watching any of my videos for the first time, my name is David. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have autism, have some speech difficulty, a speech impairment, and have speaking syndrome. That's why I call myself an Aspie. Not only that I'm autistic, I'm also an adult fan of Lego. As a quick introduction, just in case, if you're watching any of my videos for the first time, since it's more like a autism acceptance YouTube channel that you're watching here, and also I like to make this a bit of a Lego channel on a part-time basis there. And I must warn you, this is going to be a very long video upload following my Lego build on this little red garage that I'm about to show you, which is all based upon what came out in 1979, which happens to be set number 361, as I just show you all the way around so you can get familiar to show you what I'm about to build. Oh yes, just been happy with this build since I filmed this on the 10th of June 2023. So like, before I begin this long video content about that Lego garage I just show you, I will offer shout outs to the Bricklink sellers who had sold me the pieces to make this build possible. And I'm about to give a shout out to Schmick's Bricks, Brickstar Galactica, Goldie Bricks Zone, Ashburton Bricks, Mel Bricks, D&T Bricks, and Bud Bricks. Those were the Bricklink stores who had made this possible for my small Lego project of remaking this red garage from 1979 into how I think this would look like for 2023 as a remake of set number 361. Anyway, I've just finished with this small talk. Since I've been filming this throughout March 2023, please enjoy this long video on how I built this small Lego project throughout the March 2023. Now, this is the 3rd of March 2023, and before I get started building, say like the 2020's remake of a Lego set 361, which is actually from the classic town, I think from the late 70s. I'm talking about something that came out in 1979 or 1980. So one thing I want to briefly show you is, I can remember as a kid, like you can see the sign that says garage. I certainly remember seeing these floating in a Lego box when we had it all in fragments. And I'm surely that my brother actually had that one. And I do remember this red sign. And the coolest thing about this red sign is, it's actually in a better condition than when I last saw it. Pretty much when I last played with Lego since I was 15 years old. Oh, awesome. So the way I would actually do or remake set 361 is kind of like a bit of a mock build. Rather than just doing things the old-fashioned way it came out back in 1979 or 1980, it's actually my own creation. And what I've actually done is, I've ordered some pieces just to make it as 2023 as possible. And this is just a whole fun and joy, actually trying something new, something I've never done with Lego as much before. And I'm just going to pretty much do the time lapse of a build. So this is going to be the first phase, and for the 3rd of March 2023, it's not going to be 100% complete. And I'm ready to get into it now. And now, this is how far I've got for the 3rd of March 2023 in regards to actually remaking the classic Lego set, which is 361, just your basic Lego garage from the classic town. So far it's actually looking awesome. What I wanted to do with my version of this is, I just wanted to totally maintain its traditional red colour, since this is the same colour that it came out in as back in the late 70s. And I can sort of have a bit of play around with it, since I already have an idea where all the windows are going to go. If I wanted to, I could actually just do this. And mind you, this is very incomplete. Just to give you the impression of how it's meant to look like once it's all done. It's expected to get kind of hard and the roof's on a bit crooked. Well, there you have it. And I can bring it a little bit closer. You can just see how I actually got this real old timber texture. And I'm meant to put windows there and just trying to work out how many pieces do I really need to actually finish this one off looking like an ultimate remake. And the idea is I'm actually going to put barnyard style doors just to make it look like a real vintage garage. I'm afraid that there's going to have to be some changes made before I go on further. Depends what I can order from Bricklink. And the reason why it's so little is so I don't get ahead of myself. And I've actually ordered 100 of these slopes. So I'll show you how they look like. Just basically just as simple as that. And if I invert it, it does look authentically timber. Since this is 2023, I reckon it just deserves a bit with high quality texture. And this is just an idea for windows there. So I can always take that one out. I thought I'd go for this colour just to sort of like vary it, since this is not the blue that the original Lego kit had. And it just seems to be perfect enough to actually really make this way it's supposed to be. There's still a lot of work to be done, and I'm going to continue on the next day when I get more pieces. Well, dudes, I'm definitely back. Today's the 9th of March 2023. After getting back from my day trip, and guess what's coming in the mail? Actually, more Lego pieces I need to complete my garage that I'm currently building. So I can bring it closer and explain what it is. Pretty much a few days ago, like I did say, this is a timber texture, which I'm giving it a very thickish kind of timber texture using cheese wedges and snot bricks, which I'll actually explain a lot more about soon. And this is the progress I made. This is all based on the 1979 Lego set 361, which happens to be the Lego Classic Town garage. So I'm just gonna put that down for a moment. You know, that's the only sharp object I have to opening up this parcel. And I'll bring the camera a lot closer if you don't mind. Well, not safe for children here. It's all about opening on the angles. Yeah, because this is a bit of an adult fan of Lego, something that no 8-year-old kid are allowed to ever do. Yeah, 8-year-olds don't usually order it. Oh, here we go. Oh, what did I just order? Oh, cool, awesome. Like, okay, what I said before, those are actually called snot bricks. Because what it is like your basic Lego block, and you get a snot brick there. And I'll give you a bit of an example. So like that knife can go away. I've got what I call meant to be a double cheese wedge, and I'll show you. It says I've got to connect the double cheese wedge just at the front, and that should give it a nice timber texture to build. This is why I dropped the block. Yeah, and just got more. So anyway, keep watching. I'm going to do another time lapse on what else I can actually really do to see how far I can go for 9th of March 2023. Well, so far, this is only just phase 2, getting this garage built. Yeah, I can just come a bit closer and show you what I've done is. Like, that's how I've pretty much designed the doors. Yeah, kind of sticking out a bit, and that's one thing. You can see how it's almost looking more like a barn just about than being the garage. That's something I want to try, and also I've got to get a door frame, and you just notice that I kind of ran short bricks and just sort of started getting all single snot bricks and just sort of combining it into one. Yeah, still got a lot of work to do. Like, I'm not 100% sure about these doors that's sticking out, and if I can remove the roof, you can just notice that I'm using jumper plates. It doesn't seem to really want to get a roof in the same alignment where I want the roof to be. You know, it's just not working out for me, so I'm going to have to really try something else. Otherwise, like, there's an opportunity to have interior detailing, which I'm not going to worry about at the moment. And pretty much I've got window framings, and that's beginning to almost kind of like take form as just my version of a set 361. Which is actually meant to be the 2023 version of that. Yeah, I've still got a lot of work to do and a lot of problem solving to do. This is only on the 9th of March 2023 I actually built this. And the reason why I'm using a large base plate is, instead of going like 16 by 16 on the green, I just thought I'll give myself a bit of opportunity to build something around it. Since it's actually looking very unique, and just happy with the way the texture's actually turned out. and I kind of like the doors, except it doesn't look right the way it's actually been sticking out. And hope to come with some sort of solution, I guess. Well, anyways, pretty much gonna go on the internet and shop around for better bricks and better solution. And something else I've actually got is the torso print, which is actually going to be the workman. I have to sort of like make it look more upgraded then. And hopefully I'll get into phase 3 soon. Oh, hey dudes. It's actually been more than 2 weeks since I last seriously worked on that project. And now it's the 24th of March 2023, I'm filming for phase 3, and another time lapse shot of me actually trying to finish it off. The reason why it's taken me so long for me to get back to this little red garage, which is actually the remake of set number 361, is the fact that I had to shop around on Bricklink, wanted to buy everything from just the one seller, and I had to do a lot of problem solving and just a bit of a basic research on how I can make this even better. I'm just going to come a bit closer now and I'll show you what I mean by all this. First off, I'm going to show you this side, and what you've got here is, you can see how it's uneven and it's not in line. It looks rather sloppy, so I want to address this in the final phase. And another problem I faced is, I used the dark turquoise coloured window frames. When I was looking around Bricklink, I was unfortunate that I couldn't get the dark turquoise door that's meant to be going there. And what I've actually done instead was, I've ordered the same blue coloured window frames and the door frames, just like what you see in set number 361, original from 1979. And the last thing I'll show you is the doors. I want to just put this down for a moment, and I'll take off one of the doors. So you can just see it's starting to break apart. Doesn't matter though, I'm going to actually really remake it. While I'm at it, I'll just show you how it's been done. Okay, first off, so not to drop any pieces here, I've got to name this piece. If you're a Lego master, you should be familiar with that kind of piece here. And just to show you, and I'll put it back there. And the idea is that I've got that tall piece that's got a clip, and I can just sort of clip the door there just to get it functioning like it did in the original. And another problem is, you can notice how it's got a dark red and the crimson stripes. I had decided to make this plain white instead of this stripy coloured, just to make it more familiar and to make it look like this is really set 361, the one that you're probably familiar with, if you know what I mean. Yeah, just a bit of a nostalgia in the being remade for this video. So I can put that back there. And something else I might be doing is, since you've noticed me actually slightly breaking the red garage, I can't see why not transferring this onto that small green base plate, which is 16 by 16, compared to the 32 by 32. It's crossed my mind that I want to use this base plate for something else, but however it is though, like, I'll show you underneath again. You can just see how it can be easily put anywhere on the base plate, and I can move it anywhere it likes. This is all going back to what it actually came out as back in 1979, except that the 1979 version was meant to be a kid's toy at the time, since that Lego was marketed towards children back in the late 70s and throughout the 80s and the 90s. Now that, as a 43-year-old who's into Lego, it's time to actually do things the adult's way. Since that not many people may think of actually remaking something that's really old, something from late 70s, just the whole idea of this video. just getting to phase 3, maybe the final phase, I'm actually going to do a close-up time-lapse shot so you can guys watch my build once again for the third time. And I'm going to get into it right now from Aspie with Attitude, and also plus I ordered the last of the bricks. This is in a big bulk, and I made sure that I've got the white balls there. The idea of white balls is to stop all pieces from falling on the ground. And basically everything I need are all in this bag there. Now I'm ready to get stuck into building now. Oh yeah, dude, like, just finally finished phase 3. Just looking at it, it just wasn't what I really expected. Since what I did was, I'll get a bit closer. I pretty much wanted to mask it, and you can just see it up front there. It turns out that actually should have been red, not white at all. And even if I look around, and I even got a remake of a minifigure that actually originally came for set. And what it usually used to be is, I'll put down for a sec, and I'm just going to show you. And what you can see is a bit of a lattice fence. The idea is, this is meant to be somewhere where you're meant to put the tools away on the outside. And so far, just pretty much kept it empty. You actually meant to park a Lego car in there. And I'll just sit down a bit and kind of chill out here. Oh, the garage seems a bit bulky. And one way I'm going to have to improve it is, on the white corners, it should actually be red. I just thought it was a cool idea at the time, just to sort of like make the corners kind of whitish. I'm actually taking the idea from most of the red barns that's built across America. So actually I reckon the doors look awesome. I'll give you a closer look. At least I'm actually glad I actually did improve on the doors. Absolutely looks realistic. And I put silver handles on it. And it's just designed, you can actually remove the roof just to get inside the garage. Because like, I don't expect it to be so dark in there. And I can always put the roof back on. It's actually too much of a 6 out of 10 the way I judge it. I actually just got the right idea of actually trying to remake set number 361. I just really wanted to do this real timber texture. And the biggest letdown is how it's got the white corners, which I can always now know which pieces I would actually be needing if I was to actually really improve on it a lot more. Yeah. Otherwise, like, this is almost potentially spotless from all studs. So this is actually gets this real professional adult fan of Lego kind of look for it. So I'm just gonna sort of just chill out a bit. It's only just the 24th of March, so like, it still gives you a window opportunity to once again just make these red, and I can always use the white pieces for another project in the future. And basically, those are all leftover pieces that I have been using to tweak for each shed around. Oh yes, almost lost those. Actually, what I have here is just basically some extra tools, just in case if I want to do the interior detailing. Just all your basic tools that you'll actually find in a shed. Because back in 1979, all you ever had was just a broomstick and a shovel. So like, at least I do have an axe and a hammer, just whatever Lego hand tools were available pretty much in the late 70s and the early 80s. Here we are now. This is the 31st of March 2023. So where did I last left off? Oh yes, I still got a garage. Nice. I'll tell you what though, like, last time when I was working on that back on the 24th of March 2023, you should have seen a disappointed look on my face with this garage. So, what is wrong with this garage then? It's white accenting that's really put down the garage. You can tell, and if you look at the face there, that kind of reminds me of these rainbow buildings that 8-year-old kids build. I just don't like it. And I'll put that down for a moment. And the coolest thing is, I've ordered more Lego pieces from Bricklink just to finish the whole garage. What I want to do now is, I want to get rid of this white accenting, since that it really drowns out the fact that it looks like the remake of the 361 set from 1979, and even ordered other smaller pieces that I need just to complete the job. And gonna go for this box and get what else I need out of it. Since this is a soccer parcel that actually came with all the other bricks that I pretty much ordered. And I've managed to actually get so much of it too. Okay, soon, or maybe now, I want to go on for my build rather than you watching me dig through it, as I'm going to do away with the white accenting. I'm going to get the doors white. And once I'm done, that'll be the final phase of the whole entire project of this garage. Let's get to it then, from Aspie with Attitude. Since now that I've actually finished the remake of set number 361, which is the 2023 edition that I've just built. Oh yes, so happy with my build now. Just a lot happier now. Just the way it actually turned out for me. Compared to the original, I just made it a bit bulky. The idea is just to have that kind of timber texture, something I wanted. And you should check out this dude that I actually remade. It's not like the original torso where you have the 6 button, just an outline of the pockets. I had to really do this and actually make this guy real, and then got more of a modern hairstyle and gave it a bit of a facial expression. I just thought it just looked so old just having a lattice on a brick wall. Instead, I've just kept it plain. I'll explain what I mean by all that. Just big back for a sec. If you're ever to throw in a bit of extra, and I'll move him out of the way, check this out. There's actually a cat there. If I wanted to, if I want to put a story behind it, maybe this is him walking the yard to maybe pick up a bit of cat feces, just to put a funny but disgusting story behind it. This is a close-up shot of what I've just actually built in the last month. And you can see how I've minimalised on the studs and made the use of whatever pieces I can do to duplicate the set 361 from 1979. Well dudes, I actually pretty much done for this Lego build. That completes it all now. Then I think it's time to finish this video. And before I go, I'll show you how many pieces I had to order from Bricklink to make this possible. There's pretty much a big baggage of bits of Lego. This is all about trial and error. And something else I've actually got in that small bag, apart from more spare pieces that I no longer need. I bought a lot of tools for interior detailing. And also tried different bases as well. I guess this is it now that I've finished this red shed. So like, if you like what I actually do in this video, please don't forget to subscribe to Aspie with Attitude. That's all I ever ask for in terms of support. And also please ring this notification bell if you want to see more videos like this, especially that I love Lego. And also, please like and share this video content around, especially this is something I've done, and there'll be other people around the world actually pretty much doing the same thing, like bring back the old late 70s Lego kit to its modern version. And that's definitely 23 I should say. That's definitely 2023. That's one out of the many 2023 Lego remakes from around the world, since there will be more people out there making the garage like this. And I'll say, peace and respect, see you next time, and I hope you really enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a go at doing what I've just done.